right, what's going on, y'all? So this came across my timeline and I found this story very interesting. So shout out to Memphis. I've never been to Memphis. Shout out to Fox 13 Memphis. Information will be in the description about this story. So there was a gentleman in Memphis who spent months behind jail bars. Months. Not a day, not a week or 2 months. Because he was mistaken for an R-word individual. And the reason why he was mistaken is because they spelled his name wrong. All right. They are looking for Anthony Robertson. And they arrested Anthony Robertson. All right. So it's Robertson and Robertson. All right. So, one letter. Okay. Anthony Roberson, who's 36 years old, they arrested a man named Anthony Robertson, and he's 39 years old. So not only they got the age wrong, 36 and 39, the letter T is missing. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When we talking about somebody's life, and when we always say cross your T's and dot your I's, this is what I'm talking about. So the individual who's behind this mistake needs to be fired. I'm just going to be honest with you. They need to be fired. I know it's a mistake, but this mistake could have ended up with this man behind bars forever, because the individual who they arrested that did the crime, they committed the R word, and y'all know what the R word is. All right. So that's a very serious offense. Years behind bars, and now you have to register as a, you know what, a certain type of offender. All right. Can destroy your life. All right. So the individual who did not cross their T's, and then look at the age, 36, 39, that's 3 years, sir, or ma'am, whoever did this. That's a lot. All right. Y'all just arresting folk. That's not good. All right. So I know this individual needs to be fired. I know that. Have they been fired? I don't know. But we're going to read the story, okay? So, an extra letter added to a suspect's last name caused Anthony Robertson to spend 4 months at 201 Poplar after spending a month in Ohio jail. An arrest warrant was filed for Robertson, confusing him with Anthony Robertson, a man sitting at the Shelby County Jail on R-word charges. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. A civil trial date has been set for a man who said he was held in Shelby County Jail for months because of a typo. All right. An extra letter added to a suspect's last name caused Anthony Robertson to spend 4 months at 201 Poplar after spending a month in Ohio jail, and a arrest warrant was filed, confusing him with Anthony Robertson, a man sitting at the Shelby jail on R-word charges for a bond for $1 million. All right. All I can remember is saying, no, sir, no, sir. Y'all got to have the wrong person. That's not me. He told this to Fox 13 News. And after his release, Robertson filed a lawsuit against Shelby County and his former public defender. Fox 13 investigates, obtained an amended version of that lawsuit. It gives a clearer timeline of how Robertson was taken into custody. According to that timeline, a warrant was issued for the arrest of the R-word suspect Anthony Robertson, October 13, 2023. So y'all got the paperwork. It says it. Robertson. Roberson. All right. Kansas City police arrested Robertson 5 days later. The day after that, Memphis police officers interviewed him in Kansas City on October 23rd. So they arrested the right person 5 days later. Nobody did their due diligence in Memphis to see what was going on. Nobody. All right. Robertson was identified in a photo lineup as a suspect on November 15th. Robertson admitted to the police that he assaulted 3 women and also robbed several Ace Cash Express businesses. Dang, boy, Robertson, you a piece of crap, bruh. So you want to assault folks and rob folks? You need to be in prison. You a piece of crap. All right. So that means Robertson was already in the Shelby County Jail on February 6, 2024, when the family of Anthony Robertson got a call from a Shelby County deputy telling the family that they were looking for Robertson. The United States Marshal Service arrested Robertson in Ohio on February 15th. Okay, so they made a mistake, obviously. But guess what? This is a costly mistake, and it's going to cost you. All right. Robertson's attorney and judge admitted that he was the wrong defendant on July 4th. His release came after, according to the lawsuit. Yeah, y'all destroyed his life. He probably got fired from his job, all type of shenanigans, man. Robertson's lawsuit seeks $5 million from Shelby County for the error. The trial is set for July 2026. So, I hope Mr. Robertson gets every single dime. The man was sent to jail for the R word, man. All right. He probably lost his job. He's embarrassed. People really think he out here slapping up females and doing the R word. Y'all need to pay me. And the person who did this heinous mistake needs to be fired. And of course, they said nothing about the person who did it. Will they be fired? Will they be penalized? Nothing. Nothing. Just, oh, my bad, and we're going to let you out. No. 2026, the trial is set for the lawsuit. Mr. Robertson, I pray you get your 5 M's, all right? Like, share, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Tell me what y'all think about the story. All right. The misspelling of a word, the last name, and he got 5 months or a couple of months in prison. But guess what, y'all? It ain't even just the last name. The person who did it was 36 and the innocent man was 39. So it's the last name and it's different ages, Einstein. Pay attention to the fucking paperwork, y'all. Stupid. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story, man. That pisses me off. I get it. I hope he get his $5 million.
It is a mix-up that cost Anthony Robertson months of his life, and he's only telling Fox 13 about what he went through. Fox 13's investigative reporter Kayla Solomon joins us in studio. Kayla, 5 months behind bars. This is all over a letter?
Yeah, Darcy. Now, a warrant for Anthony Roberson, who you see here on the left, it was for aggravated rape and kidnapping. It turned into Anthony Robertson, the man on the right, being taken into custody. It took 4 months for him to be released.
I just see like marshals, like with the shield up, like with rifles pointing, they like, put your hands up and come down the steps.
Anthony Robertson says he moved to Ohio a year ago, but in February of this year, he was told there was a warrant for his arrest out of Shelby County for aggravated rape, kidnapping, and other violent crimes.
All I could remember saying was, no, sir, y'all got to have the wrong person. That's not me. Like,
Robertson says he was held in an Ohio jail for a month and then extradited to the jail at 201 Poplar, where he remained until July 3rd. He was in jail for a total of 5 months.
It was just like detrimental. Like it was sad. Like every day I got up, every day expected to lose my life, and they're on some charges that had absolutely nothing to do with me.
The mix-up, an active warrant out for 36-year-old Anthony Roberson, a repeat offender who has been indicted at least twice for rape and kidnapping. And here's the next twist. At the time of Robertson's arrest, Roberson was already in custody at 201 Poplar and remains in custody today. But 39-year-old Anthony Robertson, also with a December birthday, was still not released.
it still triggers me, like, to see officers just coming towards me, even though I know I haven't done anything. It's just like affecting me, and I think it's gonna continue to affect me for the rest of my life.
Since his release, Robertson says he's had trouble returning back to his regular life, including losing his job and dealing with PTSD from his time in the jail. His record is now expunged, but he's now asking for help from attorney Andre Wharton to hold the right people accountable. Wharton says they're filing a lawsuit.
The claim, if you will, is going to be largely about the balls that were dropped. If you got an individual in custody, I would imagine some human error took place, and I know we're all human, but at the end of the day, the person who ends up suffering when there's a human error is usually a human being like Anthony.
Now, you heard Wharton talk about human error here. I attempted to find out more information on where the potential mix-up happened. The sheriff's office sent a statement explaining how the warrants process works, pointing out that warrants are issued by the courts and all personal information is included on that warrant, as well as fingerprints. Criminal court says they have no record of Robertson, which makes sense since it was expunged. The DA's office says they are looking further into this. Fox 13 will continue investigating what led to Robertson's arrest. Darcy?
It's just horrible. That man lost 5 months of his life.